Hello, it's me again, Kelly. Hey, what do you do when you have a restoration project and this is the coil that you have on your bike? Wires are all broke, spark plug wire is all hard and stiff and busted on the end. I'm going to show you how these could be fixed. Stay tuned. Okay, so first thing, we have the coil all cleaned up to get ready to work for it. So we're going to cut this area out right here to expose where this hard wire is connected to the coil, actual coil in there. Okay.
Did you hear that? We snuck up on it. I'm right on the edge of that terminal. So I'm going to take and cut it back of that line a little bit, give us a little bit of relief. And we're not going to cut down all the way through it. We're just going to get most of the cutting out of the way. Okay. Now watch your eyes and just pop it off. Try not to go straight in there because that's our little guy we're trying to protect. And then you can see where the wire was soldered to the brass tab. We're going to square that off a little bit. Then we're going to heat it up, get the solder out of there, and pull it out.
Okay, so we're going to heat the solder to disconnect the coil wire and then disconnect so we could disconnect it from the coil.
Right, watch your eyes. Here we go. We're going to get rid of the biggest part of the solder. Okay, now hopefully we're going to heat this up and pull that wire right out.
Bingo.
So, and we still have our tab. We saved that. We didn't wreck it. There's a little bit of the solder that we blew out of the way. I guess a professional would use a solder sucker, but we haven't got that far yet. And then next we're going to take and cut a coil wire. We're going to cut the wire about 1 inch long, tin the end, to where we can get that started easily without fighting everything.
So in order to get the new wire in here, we're just reaming out the existing hole very carefully with a drill bit. And just twisting it by hand. If you were to use a drill motor, you have a chance on grabbing it and just sucking it all the way through and breaking the whole piece off. So that's why we just use the drill by hand.
Okay, here we strip the wire back, extra long, a little bit of silicone on there, and it's tin, so it'll be easier to fish through the hole. So wish me luck here. We'll see if we can get it in the hole, and then we can start it into the plastic. So that was kind of a cheating thing to do. There we go. We got that in there. And with the silicone, it just, after we reamed it, it just pushes in. Just really nice. Okay, now we've got it like so. We take our wire, we bend it straight. We're going to turn it up like that. We're going to take your little electrical cutter guys. We're going to flatten these, spread these wires out. Just a little bit. Now we're going to warm it up and solder it.
Alright, so we're at the table. We're preparing to solder the new wires on. Here's an example of the old wires. Here's one of the things that happens a lot. See the little pinch right there? And that will just give you headaches. So we pre-cut the the wire. It's 18 gauge wire. Blue is the ground. We have some protective electrical sheathing for where it connects up under here. Okay. We also have a proper assortment of connectors that we'll be using with the proper tool to clamp them. Okay, the crimper. And so let's connect the wires. All right, we put the coil in a vise. We're having trouble holding it. So now we're ready to solder the ground lead right here. Remember I said the blue wire is the ground. Now we're going to reproduce how the relief was held, as this was a coil unrepaired so far. So this is how Hodaka came from the factory. So we're going to reproduce that right here with the sheathing and the holders right there. We're going to get it just like that. So here's the wires here in the connector. So you can see where there's a little, very little extra there for some relief in case somebody yanks on the wires. We have both wires coming through the protective sheathing and then clamped with the clamp here. So again, if somebody was to yank on these wires, there's a little bit of relief there so they wouldn't yank it out. But the holder right there is also holding it pretty tight. Okay. Okay, so we're using the ends, this style end. This is the type that was on the model 96 Hodaka, and the 95. That'd be the Combat Wombat. Proper crimper, and give it a tight squeeze. Put the cover on there. And now we'll do the ground wire. And there you have it. So next, what we need to do is finish off this part, seal it up. And okay, to seal that spark plug wire to the coil, we're using the Permatex Ultra Gray gasket maker. And you can see right there, we applied it, evened it out nice. Take your time, make it nice and tidy, and it should seal up nice and tight, and you will be ready to go. And that's a complete repair of the coil with new spark plug wire, nice and flexible, all new connectors. Yeah, I hope you liked that video. I want to say thanks to my friends Greg and Diane for the use of the garage and shop, and Greg for showing me all these repairs and techniques on restorations, and also letting me videotape them so we could share them with everybody else. If you'd like to leave a comment, leave a comment. If you like the video, please hit the like button and subscribe. We'll have many more videos coming up in the future, and many of these restoration techniques and repairs could possibly be used on any other vintage motorcycle. If you'd like to leave me an email, I'll have my email address down in the description below. Thanks a lot for watching.